Will we be getting another Nintendo Switch revision console sooner than we think? Because it seems that there has been some cryptic messages in which there might be another Nintendo Switch revision. We don't know when, but I know like a few weeks ago or maybe a couple months ago, Nintendo did mention that they are not planning on coming out with another Nintendo Switch update console anytime soon. But you know, according to a lot of these code breakers, they basically saying that there will be a Nintendo Switch revision. But I just want to give you my thoughts and my opinions on how I feel about this situation. Will it be a smart move, a smart thing for Nintendo to come out with a updated console, especially with the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, you know, just being vastly superior than the Nintendo Switch when it comes to the specs, and soon to be the PS5 and the new Xbox console that's going to be way out of the Nintendo Switch league. So I'm going to just break this down to y'all and give y'all my thoughts and opinions about this. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy ReGame27 back again with another video. And today, people, I just want to give you my thoughts and my opinions on how I feel about a Nintendo Switch revision, upgrade, however you want to call it. And you know, it seems that there has been some cryptic messages about a potential Nintendo Switch revision. And I'm gonna go ahead and read this out because it seems that a lot of people is talking about this, and it seemed like a very interesting subject to talk about. So let me go ahead and read this article. It said first posted on Resteria a few days ago and covered by Mobile Soup. The specs refresh may include a better processor and more RAM. A new folder was added in addition to the existing index folder containing a separate BCT and package 1. Both of these seem encrypted, meant for the new Morocco hardware. That support was added for changelog reads over the Switch Bureau. A folder in the console's 5.0 firmware update points to the new Switch hardware revision called the Morocco, prompting speculation on what that means. Some said the data indicates that the Tegra 214 chip might be used instead of the current Tegra 210 model, a chip that can be hacked. Others said that the new Switch console will pack more RAM, 8 gigs instead of 4. Mobile Soup also noted that the data could point to the revised dev kit version of the console. In other words, nothing is certain for the time being, even though these discoveries in the console's code are exciting. Nothing is official until Nintendo announced a Switch hardware refresh. And that's basically what they're saying in this article. So, you know, my thoughts and my opinions on how I feel about a potential Nintendo Switch refresh. I have no issue with another Nintendo Switch refresh. You know, if you want to look at Nintendo's track history, especially when it comes to their handhelds, they always have upgraded handhelds. You got the 3DS and you got the new 3DS that basically have a stronger processor in which Xenoblade Chronicles can run on the new 3DS instead of the original 3DS. So this is nothing new when it comes to Nintendo's consoles and everything. Well, handhelds. And speaking of handhelds, Nintendo Switch is technically a handheld, even though Nintendo markets their Nintendo console as a home console first, handheld second. And another thing on why I think this could be a good idea is that if whenever the PS5 and the next Xbox console comes out, it's going to be a full throttle 4K machine. And it's going, it could be between 8 to 10 teraflops in that console versus Nintendo Switch 1 teraflop. So what does that mean for the developers? It's going to be a headache. It's going to be a lot of headache. And Nintendo, if Nintendo want to get all third-party support, either they can have to help with the development or they have to help with the cost of the development just to dumb down the third-party games to the Nintendo Switch. Doesn't matter if the console is selling or not. It's basically be technically 2 generations behind. If Nintendo, if they plan on staying with the current model of Nintendo Switch versus the next generation consoles. So that's why I think that will possibly be another Nintendo Switch revision, you know, if you like it or not. Like, y'all gotta remember, like, Nintendo said a long time ago at the start of this Nintendo Switch generation that they want all games, they want ready mature games, they want everything on this platform. And in order for Nintendo to get everything on their platform, they have to have a console that it can be easier to develop for. And that's my thoughts about that. And like I say, I had no issue with the Nintendo Switch. I love my Nintendo Switch. It has a lot of great games, but let's just be real when it comes to third-party support. Like, the games is basically, it's half-assed because the Switch just can't handle you know, the PS4 ports or the Xbox ports because the other consoles are more powerful than the Nintendo Switch. For instance, look at Doom. Even though Doom looks very good on the Nintendo Switch, you know, play it in handheld, it looks very good for a handheld. But when you put it on dock mode, you could tell that it's dumbed down. You could tell that the frame rates is cut in half. That's the number one thing that bothers me, is frame rates. That's why I play just about majority of my third-party games on Xbox and PlayStation, because I want 60 frames per second, even though a lot of games don't run at 60, but I want the best performance. And if I'm gonna pay $60 for third-party games, I want the best performance, in which the Nintendo Switch does not offer. But we already know the handheld aspect of the Nintendo Switch is basically, you know, you could say it's mouth water. You could say that it basically substitutes the performance and the resolution for the handheld aspect. I know a lot of people say that, but overall, let's just be real. We want good performance on the Nintendo Switch. I don't care too much about the graphics. The graphics is good enough, but it's all about the performance. I want to know how much RAM they're gonna put in. Hopefully it is 8 gigs of RAM, so this system could be good enough to run these big third-party games. Like, for instance, Monster Hunter World, would that be able to run on a Switch? I don't know, even though it was a developer that came out like a couple of weeks ago saying that they're willing to port over Monster Hunter Worlds to the Nintendo Switch, but of course Capcom, they didn't answer. So yeah, we already know what's going on behind closed doors with that situation. But yeah, like, if Nintendo had a much more powerful hardware with Nintendo Switch, then maybe we'd be getting more announcements, you know, from, you know, Activision when it comes to Call of Duties and EA's with the Battlefields and these graphically demanding games like the Assassin's Creed Origins. Like, I'm not saying that these games are not coming to the Nintendo Switch in the future or this year, but it will be a better chance if Nintendo can come out with a much more powerful hardware that can handle these type of graphically demanding games. So that's just my 2 cents in on this. And, you know, and another thing, like, if Nintendo Switch is still selling at this pace, it doesn't matter, you know, how much underpowered this console is. You know, it's still going to get third-party support, but will it get all third-party support? That's another question. But if they still sell at this pace that they're in right now, and basically have a revision console, then it make their chances even better than what it is right now. But like I said, I'm still happy with my Nintendo Switch. But overall, I would love for a Nintendo Switch revision hardware so I could play more third-party games on my Switch. I want performance, and having so many third-party games on Nintendo Switch right now is lacking performance when you want to compare it to the Xbox and you want to compare it to the PlayStation. Yes, I know the handheld part of the Switch is making some of these games more interesting to buy. But like I say, I played majority of my Nintendo Switch on the dock at home. I'm not much of a handheld person, so I want better performance. That's just my opinion. So guys, y'all just give me y'all thoughts and y'all opinions on how y'all feel about the Nintendo Switch refresh or revision. Are y'all for a Nintendo Switch revision in the next 2 to 3 years? You know, like, let's just be real. 2020, 2021, PS5 will be out. We already know about that. And the next Xbox, it will be out. So whenever those two consoles come out and Nintendo Switch is going to still be here, do y'all still think that Nintendo can get by with this console that's vastly going to be underpowered versus the new generation Xbox and PlayStation? Y'all just give me your thoughts and how y'all feel about this in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter. And once again, it's your boy, Rick Game 27. Y'all have a good day. Peace out.